I can't stand when someone starts a sentence with honestly. Honestly, or can I be honest with you? And I'm thinking, what? Why? Because you lie all the time?
Timothy, welcome to C-Level Magazine and welcome to Bogota, Colombia. How are you? The first question, the most difficult one.
Tired.
Too much work.
I've been traveling for 3 weeks straight. Went to New York City, then flew to Dubai. So, we had a couple drinks. So I'm feeling a little rough this morning, but we're going to have a great interview, I promise.
Coffee. With good coffee.
I have the best place for coffee. It's Colombia. Yeah.
Timothy, you started Tradeview in 2008, more or less. What opportunity did you see in the market that wasn't available?
Yes. My background, real quick, is, I was a broker, commodity broker in the early days, worked for Merrill Lynch Futures Division, learned a ton there. Had an opportunity to be a trader at the Chicago Board of Trade. Put your hands up, buy, sell. Did that and eventually got behind a computer. This is in the late 90s and was a trader for a hedge fund, managed their money and a lot of it at the highlight. 9/11 happened and kind of consolidated the industry in 2002. Wow. Right? Yeah. Woof. So, I moved back to New York City, 2004. The division came alive. I was treated unfairly at a place I worked at. And they dared me and they said, "What are you going to do?" And I left and started Tradeview on a dare. Yeah.
You have spoken about your passion for trading. When it started?
Yeah, it started when I was in high school and saw these cool shoes that came out called LA Gear. And I was taking a business class and the teacher, we talked stocks and I'm like, I like these shoes. And we did research on the stock. It was a pink sheet. It was like $8 a share. And I had $5,000 to my name from raking leaves back then. And I put it all into LA Gear. And it was one of the biggest stock stories growing up throughout college. The worst part was if my parents didn't make me sell it for college, right? Which I bought it at $8. I think I sold it at $12. If my parents didn't make me sell it, I would have been a millionaire from a $5,000 investment. So I blame them all through college while I'm not living the lifestyle. And it was a stock that went from $8 to $50, split 4 times, went back to 50, did it again. So that $5,000 investment would have went to $1 million. And the worst part was when I'm in my senior year in college, one of the business classes I was taking had it as a case study, LA Gear stock.
No way.
And I was just turning red, calling my parents, "You made me sell it, it's your fault." So, but looking back, if I had $1 million in college back in the 90s, it'd probably be the worst thing that could ever happen to me because I wouldn't be here today.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
How can you create trust in this type of business, in trading, such a complex universe?
You know what? I was talking to my coworkers yesterday, and I can't stand when someone starts a sentence with honestly, right?
Yeah.
Honestly, or can I be honest with you? And I'm thinking, what? Why? Because you lie all the time? And it's the same with running a brokerage, right? You have other brokerages that say it's safest place to trade or trust and confidence. So you should fire your marketing team right away because it's all about reputation. It's kind of like, when you're young and you're trying to meet a girl, you don't tell them, "Hey, I'm a good-looking person. I'm an honest person. I'm very nice." You don't say that. They just have to know it because of your reputation.
Okay.
So, Tradeview, it's all about our reputation, and we invite people to, go check us out, check reviews, talk to our clients, and they'll find out. Yeah.
And how do you manage to work through a lot of pressure? Because it's hard to imagine how a C-level can manage pressure in this universe of trading, of a lot of elements?
Yes, that's a great question. And a little bit of background of this brokerage is Sunday night, 5 p.m. Eastern time, the market's open. It's 24 hours, right? There's no off once Sunday 5 o'clock comes. So on Sunday, the butterflies start going off a little bit towards the afternoon, and so my Sunday's ruined. 5 o'clock, I'm making sure all the platforms are open, checking what's going on overseas. And I don't shut off until Friday, 5 p.m. Eastern time, till when the markets close. So Friday 5, I feel great. Saturday, I relax, and then I do it all over week and after week after week. And here's the thing, there's only 2 holidays that the markets are closed. It's called Christmas and New Year's, right? And last year they fell on a Saturday, so I didn't get my day off, my 2 days off during the year.
Yeah.
So I had 0 days off the entire year last year. Yeah.
You talked me about the importance of trading in your life, began in the 90s. The evolution of this area is nowadays like a trending topic. It's consolidating.
Yes. Yeah. Another great question, because when I was a trader at the Chicago Board of Trade, right, I'd wear the trading jacket, I have the pen, and I'd be like, sold, buy, sell,
Like the movies.
Yeah, it would be communication amongst one person to another person. The phone's ringing, orders coming in, and me in the pit, I'll buy it, you sell it, and it was a rough and tough environment. I mean, sometimes fights would break out, because of such a alpha, crazy testosterone level of trading, right? And then if you have a big position on, right, people in the pit are looking at you and trying to push the market against you a little. Now, I can hide behind my computer or my phone and trade all day. Nobody knows who's behind the trades. And with electronics, it just made the game bigger.
Okay.
Yeah.
What kind of services do you offer in Tradeview?
Yes, at Tradeview, we have multiple platforms. The popular one is MetaTrader, where, I'd say majority of our clients trade currencies online 24 hours a day. Because currencies, gold, indexes, they're moving all day, every day, at night, morning, afternoon, they're moving. And people like to go where the action is. The other product we have is on-exchange stock trading. New York Stock Exchange and the Chicago Board of Trade, Chicago Mercantile Exchange, futures you can trade. And there's what's great about that is it opens up 9:30 Eastern time and actually closes at 4, unlike currencies. So I enjoy those markets a little bit because they close. So the action's in the morning and afternoon, and then they close. So you don't have to worry about it at night. You can rest. Yeah.
Interesting, because nowadays people are obsessed with data, with graphics, and how to make better decisions nowadays, no?
Yes.
Day to day.
Yeah. Another one, I talk about people are data driven.
Yeah.
Right? Especially the younger generations. Right? All they do is they can make decisions, they can go on the internet and look at data. There's all these investment sites, there's all these places where you can understand how to invest and what to do. For example, I see a Tesla driving around. I like Tesla. You can go on the internet, you can look up the company, you can see who's the CEO, you can see how the stock's performing, you can look at charts, right? It's so easy to access data. And the younger generation are data driven.
The next question I have is, Satya Nadella came a few weeks ago and he told a very strong message to all of us. He said, Colombia is a very important country for developing AI.
Who came?
Satya Nadella, the CEO of Microsoft.
Yeah.
And I was showing your profile and you opened an office here in Colombia.
Yes.
Why Colombia? Why this destination? We have the ingredients for investment and developing new technologies.
Why Colombia is because I fell in love with Colombia because my wife is Colombian. and she has a lot of family down here. We're talking 17 years ago. It was just actually our 15th anniversary, and we got married here in Bogota.
No way.
So we would fly down, 17 years ago when we first started dating, and I'd get bored, and I'd want to go out and check out the business environment of Colombia. And so I'd go out and shake hands, meet people, and try to learn the business environment down here. And this is when I was, getting Tradeview going in New York. And I'm like, hey, can we maybe, are there smart people down there?
Yeah.
And she's like, oh yeah. She's like, Bogota, there's all the universities. They're very smart. They're very capable. I'm like, can we get people that build websites and marketing and technology? She's like, oh yeah. So we started with 3 guys in an office, actually in this building, 17 years ago. Yeah, it was like a brand new building. We opened a small office and started with 3 guys.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can you give us some tips for developing better decisions to invest and to, of course, be in this universe of trading?
Yeah, it goes back to data. The data is available out there. One of the things is, there's a couple reasons people trade, right? So you can go to your phone, hit this app, and you got charts, you got graphs, you got movement in the market, and you can trade off your phone. Now, a lot of people just trade because they have an ordinary life and they want to make it extraordinary, right? Think about this. You're trading currencies 24 hours. I buy gold, I go to sleep. First thing you do when you wake up is you open your app on your phone to see the price of gold. Where it's at. Did I make money? Did I lose money? Did I hit my stop loss? It's an exciting part of your day. Let's say you're going to work, right? You have that ordinary life, and then you take your phone out and you throw a trade on during work, right?
Yeah.
It's just an exciting part of life. Now, there's the other side, for this longer term investing, and that's where, you have an idea, like you see the Tesla driving around, you think it's a great company, you love the concept. Or when I was 16, I saw a sneaker I liked, and I thought it was the coolest thing in the world, and I bought the stock, and luckily it went up a lot.
Yeah, of course. You've talked also about risk management, and I think this is essential for the business and for the C-level of a company.
Yes.
Can you talk about this importance of risk management in your day-to-day basis?
Yeah, there's a lot of levels of risk management, especially when you're running a company. Let's say this. Tradeview in the beginning, around when we really got going in 2007, 2008, we had 4 people in a temporary office in Wall Street. Fast forward to 2024, now I have, over 240, I call them coworkers, not employees, working with Tradeview all around the world. And we open about 350 new accounts a day. So, risk management it's in my blood. Trading is in my blood, right? Also, what I learned as a trader at Chicago Board of Trade is risk management. It's very important. So when you have all these platforms working 24 hours, right? Something could happen, they can go down. You have all these clearing firms that all the trades are going to. You have to make sure everything matches. So you have a lot of people behind the risk management, and then ultimately I'm responsible for it. So I have to check it as a business owner, as a CEO of a company, multiple times a day. And my phone is always on that somebody can give me a call if something goes wrong. But, knock on wood, we have it down to a science.
Okay. You talk about co-creation and co-workers. Do you think, or how do you manage to to guide all these people to work with a purpose?
Yeah, that's the big question. How do you inspire? How do you motivate? Yeah. How do you find the right people to help grow your company? My thing is, my theory is, ultimately, if you're a good CEO, you should be able to sit on the beach and drink margaritas all day, right?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it's not the scenario. If you have a company that runs so well, you should, and hire the right people that really care about your company, you shouldn't, as a CEO, have to do a thing because you're a business owner, not a business operator. However, in a growing company, right, it doesn't work. There's no unicorns and rainbows like that. So we bring people in, that want to be involved with a growth company that can help grow the company, that can deliver, right? That's the big word. It's deliver. Can they deliver? Yes or no? Is there greatness in them, right? And the other thing is, can I pull the greatness out of them, right? And get it into the company to make it greater, right? So Tradeview's been on a great growth chart. I mean, if you look at the chart, it's almost as good as LA Gear back when I was 16, right? So, and then the other part is, I have 250 things going on a day. And, one of the things I really have to get more involved with is my coworkers and bringing the greatness out of them. So that's why I travel a lot. And, for example, I'm here in Bogota. Before this, I went from Cayman Islands to New York in a week because we have an office there. From New York, I went to Dubai because we're opening a bigger office out there. And there was a expo for 2 days that we were involved with. There was an event where we got a couple awards, which was great. And, I had a couple interviews like I'm doing now. And then the next stop was the 23-hour flight, to Colombia.
Nice. Yeah. I have a final question.
So
Timothy.
The point is, the point is, as a CEO, right? And I know I have a lot of friends that run companies like this, and I know other people that I'm not friends with. They sit in a corner office, they hide in their office and they point fingers all day, right? As a CEO in a company that wants to grow, and you have to go out, you have to shake hands, right? You have to be a relationship developer. You have to develop, and to develop those relationships, you got to go out, look them in the eyes, meet them. If it's clients, if it's coworkers, if it's money managers, if it's other people in the industry, right? You have to develop relationships. The only way to do it is go see them. And guess what? I'm in an international company and it requires traveling. So I travel 6 months out of the year to run this company.
And you develop also more trust as you also gain more confidence and know more people. It's like...
Yeah, I hope so. That's why I do it. So, you're not going to see, can I be, like I said in the beginning, honestly, or, the safest place to trade. You're not going to see those words. You shouldn't have to say it. People should just know it, right? And for them to know it, you got to, look them in the eye and shake your hands, especially in South America, because we have an office in Peru. And there is, other companies try to come in, but they're not successful like us. And the reason is, and they ask me, I spent all this money, and I'm like, because you're sending the wrong message. You got to go out with people. You have to have breakfast. You have to have lunch. You have to have dinner, right?
Good networking.
Then you got to go out and have coffee with them again, and then drinks, and then eventually they like you. They introduce you to their network of friends, and that's how you build a company in South America. Is you got to look them in the eye and shake their hands.
Interesting, Timothy. I have a final question, and it's, what are your goals for 2025? You talk about about Tradeview. You talk about like your personal abilities, skills, but what are you willing to accomplish next year?
Yeah. Oh, oof. All right. Well, I'm a businessman, right? I'm an investor too, right? One of the things I can't stand is renting offices. I have to buy them, right? When you buy, you build an equity, right? So if I'm buying an office, like in Peru, we've been renting for all these years now. We're going to buy an office out there. Here in Colombia, where we do technology, back office, and marketing, I bought the office. So Dubai, we're looking to purchase the office. Same thing with New York. So yeah, in 2025, instead of renting, we're looking to buy beautiful offices around the world.
Okay,
Yeah.
That's the key for your company, 2020.
Build equity.
Okay.
Right, and part about building equity is if you're gonna have people in an office, you might as well own it, right? And that's building equity.
Timothy, thank you very much for being here in Bogota, your office, and of course in C-Level Magazine.
Awesome. Yeah. No. Great meeting you, and great questions, by the way. Awesome. Well done.
Thank you.
Yeah.